Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ballerama, where today we have something brand new. This is Tiny Pixels Volume 1, Ninpo Blast, which is the start of a series from EastAsiaSoft, the indie publisher of various shmups like Dead End City, RPM, upcoming games like Shieldmaid, Soldner, and Super XYX, maybe Zix, but also the publisher of Hentai Girls Adventure Clicker. But this game seems to be something they've developed themselves, so the series is about creating a bunch of pixel titles based on various old school games, and the first is a shmup. You're a ninja on a hoverboard going through a never-ending tunnel and beating up bugs, because of course you are. And this is a roguelite, because of course it is. I'm playing this fully upgraded. This is currently the second best score on the leaderboard, and I'm sure the privilege will last for another day or two. But I'm not going to talk through all of it, so let's go through the basics, and in a moment we'll have our very first boss. Boss encounters are randomised, there are 6 in total. Here is the first. The bosses like to be accompanied by normal enemies, but this one also locks on with an attack. Since it's the first stage, these attack patterns are very basic, but as we get deeper in, the frequency of shots becomes higher. Okay, boss is down. The currency in this game are gears. Every enemy drops one, some drop 2, and bosses drop lots. Each wave is randomised, but some enemies won't appear until later waves, but even then, the beginning of this game will be a little bit tricky. Like the bug theme, you emerge from your ninja egg as a very hungry caterpillar. You can upgrade each weapon, add more power, more projectiles, faster fire rates. Kunai is the front attack, shuriken's the wide attack, and there's also another button for my bomb, which you can see from the red ring around my character. There's also power-ups to accelerate this gauge. And whilst I'm sure people love challenges, if you're seriously wanting to play for skill, then you'll need to unlock things such as max combo, and that is very low for this boss. Who do we have? It's a spider. Boss attacks are randomised based on a set number of attacks. I think 3 is probably the most I can remember. This one spawns spiders, these arrow things, at later difficulties. These will last about twice as long, and we are done. On to the next wave. And there are extra lives to unlock, which is why my hearts are blue at the moment. If I lose one, it goes oranges, so I have max 6 hearts, no ability to get any more during a run. At max level, my combo maxes out at 9. You can see on the left hand side there is a timer attached to it. This makes it a bit interesting in trying to maintain it, with tactical bomb usage needed to keep it going, but due to the random nature of it, the chain will drop sooner or later, but it's quick enough to get back up again. What is important is that my chain is as high as possible when we get to a boss, because the multiplier is locked into place. 7, I can live with that. Who is it this time? You can also use the gears to unlock new bosses, and this is one of them, Psycho Mantis, and I find these tend to have more interesting attacks, like this one here, or this little cone attack. Unfortunately, one of the problems is that because I'm maxed out, they don't really last very long. A few seconds more and we should be done. And it's almost certain that the chain will be lost after a boss because there's simply too much time. I'm pretty sure the game has no real end. I've got all the achievements, and I'll link to Clippa's world record, which is an extra 7 minutes of action. We cycle through the same enemies, just adding more into a given situation, but you can see that even from the high score it can go further. We can fill this screen with even more bullets, and given the art style, I guess it won't be pushing the engine too hard. It's also cheap, which is always nice. $5 equivalent for me on Steam, but with 20% off. Also available on all modern consoles for around the same price. Of course, for that price point, I'm able to forgive a little bit more, but a lot of my shmup enjoyment this year has come from the lower end of the price scale, and this one is no exception. Okay, Crabman. And this would be a negative in that the bosses are sometimes very predictable. The arms grab at the side, but are never there. I have this effective safe spot from its projectiles, moving slightly to either side to deal with the ads, and perhaps if I go far deeper into this cavern, I will have a reason to move a bit more, but until then, with a few hours under my belt, my biggest danger is the wave themselves, not the bosses. I'm sure I'll be done with this guy eventually. For some reason, it's a bit slower than the others. Maybe I'm not shooting in the right place. No penalty for using the bomb, by the way, except that you won't have a bomb, of course. Done. There are also visibility issues with normal bullets sometimes, but that's countered by learning the attacks of enemies, which sadly don't evolve. There are some enemies that I just don't like to see because I know it's going to kill my chain. What else? It's a shame that I've not been hit yet to show it off. You catch me at a rare moment of competency, but when you get hit, there's a very, very small period of invincibility, and I mean very, very small. There are the little flies that chase you from time to time, and I've found myself losing 2 or more lives in quick succession. It would be nice to have a wider window of invulnerability, a second or 2, or even 3 of that kind, but again, it's $5, it's competently made, and I've had my fun with it. It will no doubt get lower in the years to come. I've spent a few hours with it, I've enjoyed those. Do I think I'll come back? Probably not. But it has made me interested in what the future holds for the Tiny Pixel series. This boss is sadly another predictable one with glaringly obvious tells. It doesn't require 100 hours in Elden Ring. This part, okay, and that is done. I'm going to leave it there. $5 game gets 5 or so minutes of chat, and you can enjoy the rest of the video without my voice if that's your thing. And now I can lose all my lies in a hilarious fashion. Thanks for stopping by. Till the next time.